can recall the first time we met. Like this year was all to forget. I can remember when it was young. So I take a step forward for you and 3 steps back, cause you don't wanna move along at all. I guess this is how it ends. Is this how you want us to end? So you walk away from what we had. Now you're looking at it upside down. Fall away, show notice. Now you're probably still on the ground. Now I see why never ever will need you
GTEs.
Fares 2,802. Closed. Pit road is closed. Let's take opportunities.
Hey guys, welcome in. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. We'll do some GTEs. Hopefully we will survive.
Still waiting on 2 cars to grid. Waiting on the final car to grid.
Suerte, Alan.
mate.
Alright, here we go. Designam, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well, guys. Today we're going to have a co-watch party of eNASCAR. Ah, Michael. Alright, you spectating. Alright.
Catch the pace car.
I just put, you know, Nordschleife as
Catch the
set.
2 car. Catch the 3 car. Catch the 4 car. Catch the 20 car. Catch the 15 car.
You bring some love for love. Thank you. Really kind from you.
Catch the 15 car.
Alright. You know, decided that practice and qualifying for weak people. Thank you. We're just going to have fun. Ah, full base lap, full base lap. I really like the waving once again. No, I didn't practice. I didn't do anything here. I hope Nordschleife set will be okay for this one. Guys, I just woke up like, you know, hour and a half ago. Had a really long day. My friend, that's a really funny story. So, she came here from Czech Republic for a vacation and to visit family, friends, and she actually messed up with her tickets. And she didn't fly back. Like, she had to do this like yesterday, and she didn't. And she's like, "Hey, I can meet, I can meet you." I'm like, "Wow, that's great," because she's been sick. You know, like the greatest vacation when you sick the whole vacation. So yeah, finally. Saw her like during the day. We had a walk, then we met with my other friend, and we had a lot of fun together. Good afternoon, Big Cannonball. Happy to see you. Playing high. Gina was driving. I didn't touch GTEs, guys. Really, in ages. I didn't qualify P18, like, not be last.
About to go green, stay focused.
Barbie car.
The pace car is in. Green, green, green.
They did this horrible start once again. Love it.
Left side. Still there, hold your line. Clear on the left. Car right. Still there. Clear.
Why are you braking so early?
There's an
For that
incident
one.
ahead. Car on your left.
Oh,
Clear on
interesting.
the left. You got a slow car on the left. There's an incident ahead. Slow
¿Qué es lo
car
que
ahead.
hizo?
Go
¿Pero qué
right.
carajo hace?
Left side.
¿Qué
You're in the
carajo
middle.
hace?
3 wide. Car on your left.
Estás loco, hermano, estás loco.
I got no idea how we survived. Okay. That's good. Doing so what?
Pero estás loco, viejo.
Need to overtake Christopher. Wow, that was interesting.
¿Quién hizo esa cagada, vos?
Someone not happy with the start of the race.
You're in the top 10.
Top 10! Gamer, hello, welcome. That was unintentional. Dive bomb 100%. Super Stinky, hello. Zoom Zoom, hello. A Porsche behind catching. Let's do something with this Chevy. Thank you guys. Inks, yeah, for nothing. You know, I didn't touch anybody around me. Okay, if this Porsche would like to go ahead, like, he can go ahead.
Right side. Still there, hold your line. Keep to the left, clear on the right.
Because I want to get better with the car, more comfortable. There's a lot of gravel in this part of the track. No more inks? this brake bias seems like better. Alright, getting better with the car.
The car in P2
Keep going, guys.
just set the fastest lap. 59.528. New fastest lap for you.
Whoops. Guys, we're kind of in a safe bubble. That's good. So just keep going. Have to keep up with people ahead and should be fine. Guys, eNASCAR co-watch party going to start just in half an hour. Of track. Oh my god, that's nasty.
Go right, go right.
Oh, that's really nice. Okay. Easy 2 positions gains. That is a little bit on the steering. Alright, let's focus.
You're in the top 10.
Unbelievable. I don't remember that, you know, off-track's been really easy to get here. guys fighting? Ah, yeah, used to be with the 5K, but you know, a lot of fun racing happened. So I don't really care about iRacing, it's just numbers. Because, you know, I finally started to enjoy racing when I stopped looking at these numbers like, oh my god, I'm losing iRacing, something happening. It's fine, you know, if your rating goes down, because I did, you know, some GTEs been a lot of fun. Not the best with this car. So to be consistently with the 5K, I think I need to just run Porsche Cup and nothing else.
The leader is running 0.313.
Then we're going to be consistently with the 5K, but you know, we need this. Because we're here for the content and here for fun racing. For crashes, of course. Why not? And for freebies, yeah. You know, really, people need to pay attention to like average points rather than iRacing. iRacing only matters if you aiming for the Porsche series. That's it. If you just want to do daily races, you can be like with a 3K, 2K, whatever. But if you're aiming for PESC, so yeah, then iRacing is important. Well, if you're aiming for top split, you know, probably 4K will be more than enough. Elvin, hello. Welcome to the channel. Have to overtake him somewhere else, not here. Guys, top split been pretty bad recently. I kind of surprised. IMSA was just absolutely insane. and top split. Okay, he made a mistake.
Left side. Stay on the right. Still
5 to
there,
go.
hold your line. Clear.
And like we're doing GT3s and I'm still like 3K not going
Have
down.
about 5 laps of fuel
I'm
left.
happy with this. Alright guys, a little bit till pit stop. Pull away from the guy. Maybe we can catch Ferrari ahead of us. Let's try to do this. Hey Snake, welcome in. How are you today? We're doing some GTEs at Road America. I just jumped into the session without practice, without qualifying. Having fun. Didn't get involved into some crashes, which happened. Oh, P10, congrats to you. Алекс, привет, рада видеть в чате. Here we go. Guys, just after this race, we'll join the eNASCAR co-watch party. We're going to have playoffs at Michigan. So we're getting close to the end of the season. I'm so excited. Because that's another great season with eNASCAR. Really enjoy this opportunity. You know, I kind of feel tired of competitive racing. So I told you before, I just want to, you know, jump into the race, having fun, not think about anything, not think about pace or anything. Because all my life I've been doing the competitive racing and yeah, kind of burn out from this. А, качество лучше, чем на Твиче. Супер. Hey, GTs can be fun, especially in endurance racing. Алекс, спасибо большое. Спасибо. Do you want to play Farm Sim? Yes, guys, I want to play Farm Sim. For sure. Very happy to see you here. Welcome in. Love Porsche, hi. Wow, a lot of gravel on track because we had a lot of crashes. I think we're going to stay out, then beat for few. Probably going to catch guys ahead. We'll see. Fighter. Hi. Привет, привет.
Augustin, I'm putting in.
Welcome to GTEs, Top Split, and Road America. Oh, this guy decided to go to pits. Okay. That's interesting. Now he's living this Ferrari without slipstream.
Augustin, you're good, man. You are really consistent. It seems like you hit the same spot every single lap.
Yeah, great combo. Love it. I just jump in without practice, without qualifying. We gain 11, like 10 positions. Getting ready for a pit stop, guys, and we're going to have eNASCAR co-watch party today, guys. I looked up once again. I have to brake a little bit early. I had really busy day today, so I've been walking with my dog, met my friend, so she came here from Czech Republic for vacation. Met another friend who's also on vacation, so she's been on Alakol. This is a lake which we got here in Kazakhstan. One of the many lakes which we got.
0.29.
So a really eventful day today. I slept a little bit and here I am. Getting ready for eNASCAR. Which areas do you recommend to go from C license to B? You know, open setup Porsche Cup will be better with racing. Definitely. Just, you know, in fixed, a lot of people jump into the series and open setup. People like more careful or something, so I can recommend open set for you, especially if you're going to have a decent set. Can recommend G&J sets for Porsche Cup. Should be fine. Jesus do Brazil, thank you so much for the subscription with Prime. Thank you for your support. I'll finally get into this one. Yeah, open set will be really good. Because, you know, even I sometimes struggling with fixed set. So open gives you opportunity to, you know, adjust set and you can feel better with the car. And better experience overall. Is your area good for tourists? Yes. Guys, we got mountains, we got big Almaty Lake right in the mountains. We got big water place, Kopchigai. which is next to the city, and you know, Kazakhstan overall
Don't forget to pit this lap for more fuel.
got a lot of beautiful places to visit.
Car 1 is up the front.
Like, you know, starting from mountains to some lakes and to deserts, so you can find pretty much anything here in Kazakhstan to visit.
5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Oh, Formula 4 is nightmare. Yeah, I just completely
Okay.
all of this series, you know, decided not to race it anymore because it's like it's disaster. Really, it's so horrible. No speeding in pits. Okay, good. Hey, seems like we gain some positions for a pit stop.
The leader's pitting now.
Hey, Ferrari actually, decent car for Road America. Because Ferrari got nice top speed. And this is a like high speed track. You know, if you're doing formulas, I can recommend you to jump back into Formula 3 because it's a lot better. A lot of people seems like move to Formula 4, and F3 just gives you a lot better racing right now. Ooh, guy got the penalty? Look at this. Super Formula Light's great, yeah. You know, people in formulas, they just not patient at all. They like, oh, we're going to win this race in T1, let's go. That's why, you know, for me, the best racing in Porsche car, because people just trying to be really careful with this car. So yeah, I think that's the reason why it's pretty good. Hey, prototypes are great. Not going to fight with you, really. GT3 is just horrible in top split. Oh my god, they're just crashing on the straight line, you know? Like this 7K drivers. If you want to take part in Battle Royale or try new Battlefield 6, so you have to go to IMSA then. Yeah, G&J sets the best for Porsche Cup. Really like them.
Car 5 is now leading.
Hey, Starfighter, you know, 4X, just because all this little contacts Like 0x to 4x. That's great. Yeah, I'm going to show you the start, guys. No worries if you miss this.
Completely lost concentration, missed the turn. He's having a good race, too. Just threw that away.
Got chances for top 5. I think I scared this guy. Yeah, a little bit.
Car on. Clear.
How did the space go your head in the NASCAR? I'm not shocked by anything anymore.
Right side. Stay on the left. Keep to the left. Clear on the right.
It's like saving fuel. He seems like saving fuel. But I think we got enough fuel till the end of the race.
You're in fifth.
It was really weird. He missed the hairpin and then like bad exit right here. I don't understand really what's going on. Oh, nice line for the carousel. Great. So we're pulling away. It's nice. Keep going, guys. Just in a few minutes, eNASCAR going to start. So we're just going to finish the race and jump to eNASCAR co-watch party. We jumping into playoffs. Last 4 races of the championship. No, I'm not racing karting anymore, and you know, really don't want to try again. As you know, karting is hard work racing. I'm too old for this, you know? Fractal Gaming, thank you so much for 6 months. Really appreciate it for your support. Thank you. And you know, I tried formulas, and after formulas, you're like, oh no, I'm not going to get back to the karting anymore. Like anything, maybe some track days with cars or something like this. Yes, but no karting. I'm 28. I'm just joking, you know. But I've been doing karting since 9 years old, so I'm kind of tired of it, really. I enjoy sim racing. I got an idea to maybe try a bike on the racing track, just to learn a little bit how to ride it. You know, actually never thought that, hey, I can try bike safely on the racing track. I'm like, wow. So I had a guest, Yekaterina Nazarova, on Any Talks. She's a nice bike coach. She's a great rider. And she's like, yeah, you can try the bike on racing track. It will be really safe. Because I'm just terrified of riding the bike in a city. Just
You've got about 5 laps of fuel.
not great. Ah, no worries. All good. So we got big track with big safety zones. Maybe in the future I will try. Not right now, definitely. Мав, привет, спасибо большое, что заскочил сказать привет. Oh, you left your 30s today. Oh. Let's focus a little bit on driving, all right? Fuel's fine, all good. For now, I want to have just fun racing, inspire people to join sim racing, definitely. Because sim racing community, the big part of my life, guys. I know what I would do if not doing this, if not streaming and doing sim racing. Right now I'm focused on making content, like some shorts, reels, maybe some long videos also on YouTube, and streams. Ah, I can sing happy birthday to you. All right, sounds good. Racer Rack, hello, hello. Welcome in. Blyer, thank you so much for gifted sub to Design Them. Welcome to 46 family. Yeah, let's focus just 3 laps, yeah?
Just 60 fastest left the session.
What are you doing? Absolutely not focus on the guy behind. I'm like, oh, he getting closer a little bit. All right, let's just drive this car. Guys, we're going to have during the eNASCAR, we're going to have shared chat with Els Indriani. Have more fun watching the eNASCAR.
Muy bueno lo tuyo, hermano. Muy bueno. Te dejo espacio, la reputa que te parió. ¿Qué mierda me tenés que tirar a la mierda? Estúpido.
Someone having issues.
You sound upset, Rodrigo.
Fuck you, man.
You've got about...
I hate this off track. What they did with it. I get like ton of them in this race.
Thanks, Christopher.
Els, hello, hello. I'm going to suggest you the cross stream. No worries. Just going to end this race. Here. Okay guys, let's focus on the last lap because this Ferrari, well, kind of close. Not really, but close.
White flag, white flag.
We gained 13 positions. Really have to see what happened on the first lap.
Tranquilo, Rodrigo, ya no corre más acá. Es B1,3. Así que imagínate, es un caballito.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Seems like Ferrari out of fuel. Yeah, he's out of fuel 100%. Okay, guys, we're safe.
Thank you, Lucas.
Oh, Gustavo got issues. Yeah? Or not? Let's go. Top 5, guys. Top 5. Oh, that's great. This is awesome.
Checkered flag, checkered flag.
Woo! Now let's see what happened and going to jump into eNASCAR watch party. Yeah, great racing. Absolutely amazing.
Che, una lástima,
Especially
Rodrigo,
that I
porque venías
drove
bien.
this one without any
pero
practice. I'm like, alright, let's just try it.
tiene y 1,5.
Starfighter! Thank you so much for 5 gifted subs to community. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Team Debbie, Tor Kafka, Killer,
El Andrés.
Kylie's, and Spore. Welcome in, everybody.
Sí, sí,
Dios mío.
Gata Festa! Hello, hello. Welcome in. Alright, let's see what happened. I think before the carousel. This guy, like, great. Just push out the odd Porsche. You know, kind of like racing incident. Alright. And oh yeah, and this happened. Oh my god, this is crazy. Look at this. Oh my goodness. What happened? Oh wow, that's interesting. This is like the turn number 5. Don't drink vodka, guys. Ooh, actually, this guy. Yeah, this guy just sent him into the wall, and this is where everything started. Oh, this guy got no opportunities to escape from this. Agustin, okay, get through. Gustavo, get through. This guy just what? Oh, just target locked. I really like this one. Oh yeah, just car behind smashing him. Brakes? What brakes? What brakes you talking about? Like, what? Brakes? Brakes are for weak people. Alright, guys.
Second trip to Charlotte here in just a few weeks' time.
Hey
We are
guys, we're
ready.
just in
We are
time.
set
We're
for
just in time for the start. Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to
Coca-Cola iRacing
invite
Series
else.
playoffs. Pace
Give me
car
a
will make the
moment.
hard left-hand turn
Woohoo!
onto pit road, and Tucker
Hi,
Mason
train
for
just
Williams
started.
Motorsports will lead
Let's
us to
go.
green
Thank
for
you guys for
70
your support.
laps of
Thank you, thank you.
action here in the Irish Hills of Michigan as we wait.
Let's
and
break
wait
more
and
room.
wait,
Yeah,
and Barney
definitely.
The flagman waves the green flag, and we are
That's
underway
like
with the
100%
Coke Series here
working
at
like
Michigan
this.
International Speedway.
How many yellow flags? Guys, no idea how many yellow flags to
Already cars fading 3 and
expect
4
here.
wide as Minter leads the pack onto the back straightaway. Oh, there's a big turn, big slide there. Steven Wilson got into one of them, caution out the first time. It's the 19 machine of Eddie Kerner that goes around. He started third on the grid and has lost a ton of track position, Kenneth Bueno, before we even complete a lap.
And they were just about 3 wide, James, as they were coming off of turn 2, and I had noticed several instances of the aero packing feature. If you're right on the quarter panel with driver or right on the bumper, you can take the air off of the rear spoiler. Car in front starts to go sideways. It's exactly what transpired with Eddie Kerner. He was way sideways off of turn 2 before Wilson got into him. Check out that bright highlighted Ford Mustang in the middle. That's the 6 Karma machine of Eddie Kerner. Hasn't had much luck this season. He's already loose before he touches the 77 of Wilson.
Already?
Right behind him.
Already?
And thankfully, James,
Oh my God.
without hitting the 19 and creating some more collateral damage, but it's going to be a huge rhythm disruptor for everyone at the front, including your pole sitter, Tucker Minter, because nothing worse than having a caution come out in the first lap, not giving you the opportunity to get out those pre-race jitters and settle into
What
a
a
rhythm early.
disaster.
That-
Like, we already haven't...
That could have been a lot worse than it actually was. I think another
Yellow.
point we can worry
Guys,
about
thank you so
is
much
just how tricky it can be to
for
restart
support.
these cars.
Let's count yellows
For the
today,
NASCAR
if you
Coca-Cola
want.
iRacing series in just a moment for Michigan.
Okay, Cooper, thank you so much. Another month to sub collection. Welcome to 46 family. Thank you so much for 27 months.
Every time you sit behind the wheel, you buckle up for the unexpected. You get ready to take on the competition and brace yourself for the chaos, the speed, the weather, the unknown.
Hey, just
But
why
above
go
all,
stream
when
not
strapping
working?
in,
What's going on?
in yourself, your intuition, making your guide to win, your drive to win.
He's a winner in this.
And nothing is going to stop you from winning.
Hi, how are you doing? We did GTEs.
Welcome to the final fight for the playoffs. More heat, more heartbreak, more chances slipping away. From Iowa to Watkins Glen, Richmond to Daytona, every lap, every pass, every
Okay,
point
okay.
matters. Now it's time
Sounds
for more
good.
desperation, more determination, more drama. Only on NBC and streaming on Peacock. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to NASCAR.
This portion of the
Hey guys, I
broadcast is brought to you by
actually
Burger King and DoorDash.
ordered the new album
Zero Sugar
by
is unlocking a
Deftones,
free race day
so
meal at
I'm not
Burger
going
King.
to listen to it
Orders
on
$20
Spotify
more
or
on DoorDash
anywhere.
now through August 24th.
I'm
Logitech
just
G,
going to
the
wait
design, engineering, and I love driving games.
for the
Logitech G
vinyl
takes racing simulation
to come
another
here.
level.
They
Logitech
sent
G,
it.
The official wheel and
They've
pedal
sent
of the
it.
NASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing series. And by Sunoco. From fueling your favorite NASCAR teams to filling up at the pump, Sunoco is trusted to help vehicles perform at their peak. Sunoco, performance is what we do.
Welcome back to coverage of the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series.
Yeah,
live
so
from the
excited.
virtual Michigan International Speedway. James Pike and Kenneth Bueno here, ready to bring you all the action. An early call.
Yeah, I actually get to know about this band from Vlad.
Complete, but the lights are off the pace car, KB, and we are about to go back.
Really
to
like
Green
them.
Flag Racing.
So I decided that, okay, that's going to be first time I'm just going to buy, you know, vinyl, going to pre-order it, and actually not listen to Spotify ahead of time. And
it has worked.
I'm waiting for
mostly,
it.
especially when things get a little out of hand. So they're hoping that this single
They just send it. So I thought that they're going to send it on 22nd of August. It's 20s and they already sent it.
It will help
It's
with
cool.
your track position greatly as Tucker Minter steps back on the gas pedal, and we are back to green flag racing at Michigan. Good push there from Christopher Hill just behind him. Tyler Gary there, and they're a little bit side by side further back. Place Crawford looking to the inside of Connor Yarashak, who wanted
Oh, 21 Pilots. Also, Chevelle just get their
is Steven Wilson.
new album, but it actually was delivery cost more than Deftones, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to listen to them on Spotify then.
But we'll keep an eye on it on the former champion.
21 Pilots, great band
Near
also.
contact from Yola to Bolson, nearly getting in a blaze.
Okay, guys, I'm going to give you some info right here. Okay, Tucker Minter, Christopher Hill.
A new addition to our scoring pile on the left.
So you can see people who's red and they're taken apart in playoffs.
Spoilers and red windshield banners and red roof numbers, but they are highlighted in red
to get into final.
So if you're wondering who's competing in the playoffs, just look for the red. That'll be the driver who's chasing after the Dan Earnhardt Jr. Cup. Here's an on board with your leader of this race, William Byron Esports Tucker Minter out of Warrenton, Virginia.
And already getting a good look, James, at where everyone is fanning out across Michigan. This is one of those D-shaped 2-mile ovals in which there are multiple...
It's really interesting because, you know, I thought that Parker White not going to get into playoffs because we really didn't see him on podium or like anywhere close to the top 3. And then I'm like, okay, this guy been gaining some points into this and it's really cool. Касым, привет, рад видеть в чате. Сначала не мог понять, iRacing или iRail. Ну да, iRacing очень хорошо выглядит.
Some help right behind him, which he does in the form of a 6 Karma Ford Mustang back in, I believe that is Daniel Falkingham back there to try and assist entering turn 1.
Lots of battles all over the racetrack. You get a good look at Graham Bowen and company fighting for 11.
Доброй ночи.
Battle for the race lead on the top end portion of your screen. And KB, I think you make
У нас всего 4 этапа осталось от чемпионата eNASCAR.
Trying to find some clean air, which is important, but this is a track where you can lean into the draft a little bit. And I think especially with how difficult it can be to pass with these vehicles, something that these drivers are going to have to be mindful of all night long, finding the balance between when you want to have your nose out in clean air and when you want to be tucked up behind somebody.
Just a big difference, James, from what we saw at Pocono several weeks ago, right? I mean, tunnel turn, maybe even a bit of turn 3 in some cases. You have a favored line, which is usually the inside, but even late in that race, saw drivers go way up to the outside wall on the shallow bit turn 3, which is something you don't
I ordered a hoodie and limited LP from 21 Pilots and delivery cost 55 euros. You like living in Europe. Why it's really expensive, you know?
That momentum when it mattered the most, and all of a sudden he had a race-winning car and all that track position to go.
You know, actually,
great looks at what we're expecting early on.
Delivery from United States, so Deftones, I think they're going to send from United States. Maybe they're going to send from like Europe, but
speaking of Bobby Z, he was just
yeah, they send it by DHL, so that means they send from Germany.
With some of the Apex Racing
I think
drivers to see a channel 199
$17 delivery. I was like, wow, that's really cheap, you know.
In this race, these are all your drivers up in the top 4.
And what a great end of this season, or at least the last several weeks it's been for the Apex.
Find out that if I order both separated, it will be free. Oh yes, yeah, it can be like this.
Last 2 races have been top 5s, including Pete
like 2 separate parcels will be cheaper than one big. Like,
all that momentum
it's crazy.
Could very well help him as he sits 19th in standing, trying to escape relegation at the end of the season. There are those points on the right side of your screen. We're going to be watching those all night long, and just kind of how we were talking about the playoff points with some of those drivers, particularly Zach Novak that was near the cut, Jordi Lopez that was nearly under fire from the likes of Dylan Alt, Michael Cozy Jr., you know, a bunch of other guys that are in that group. This is where it all matters now. 6 drivers going to be out. By the time we escape Phoenix, only 4 will get in. Not a lot of changes so far in this group, understanding how much differences there are in points, but so far, so good for a majority of them. Zach Novak really does have to work, though. Tough qualifying effort. He's having to carve his way through the gauntlet.
So, guys, important information about playoffs. 10 drivers fighting to make a championship for this year. So that includes 5 winners from regular season and 5 drivers who race their way via points.
That Zach does not. That's why he doesn't really have a lot of playoff points to bank on. But if you could make moves through the traffic, gain a little bit of track position, and set yourself up, especially if this race plays out like it did a year ago, where we do have some cautions to break it up, you can leapfrog the field a little bit more easily. So a lot of work to do for Novak, but plenty of time to do it as well.
That's a good point, and we've seen it happen before.
You know, to be honest, I'm still trying to figure out how playoffs actually working. So I understand that drivers from their wins, they're getting like 5 points to the playoffs and like more chances.
We've seen so far this season, James, how volatile that mid-pack is.
To win championship then.
Everyone being aggressive and just trying to gain as much track position as possible. He used a bit of that strategy and of carving through the field just by natural pace and a great setup to put himself into the top 3 at the end of that race. So the 2019 Coke Series champion has a lot of that experience, knows what it's like to make it to the championship 4 and exceed at the highest level, but right now just taking it foot by foot, step by step early on.
So yeah, guys, today we having the Michigan next playoff going to continue at Texas Motor Speedway. And then I think, as always, we're going to have like Homestead, Miami, and Phoenix in the end of the season.
Bobby Z running in 15th. I believe there's a pretty big gap between Bobby Z in this group of Salas and Novak and company and Keister all trying to race their way up towards the rest of the playoff drivers. You see it there. 15th all the way back to 26th. So again, work to do for these guys.
And again, James, that's why we've harped on track position so much over the last several races, from Indy and Pocono to even tonight's race from Michigan. At Texas and Phoenix, it'll play a different role, but at these larger 2.5 mile ovals that have their unique configurations to them, it's all about gaining very quickly over the first several laps, because after the update, dirty air was enhanced, so it's much harder to be in the wake of a car in front of you and have your car arc into the corner and rotate like you would if you were in clean air. So you really have
I hope you're streaming November 22nd of this year. I have some ideas. Oh, that's interesting. My birthday will be 21st of November.
Everyone's so aggressive at the start. Dylan Duvall, boy, what a loose moment there. 1 and 2, nearly had the Toyota sideways. Saved it trying to hound on Tucker Minter. That's a big switch between dirty air.
Hey, that's going to be Saturday. Yeah, I'm going to stream, I think.
Loosens up and gets very free. What a great job for Duvall. And now all of a sudden, Christopher Hill, Blaze Crawford, and the whole gang in this top 5 are starting to get into it.
That's part of it, KB. I think the other thing that people tend to forget a lot about, especially here at Michigan, yes, you have banking. Yes, you go incredibly fast, especially on corner entry, but you do sort of have to roll back into the throttle on corner exit. You can't just stand on it and expect to gain time, because you will burn your tires off if you do that every
I'm doing
lap.
more oval lately also. That's
you have to hit to make sure that
really
you
nice.
You
know, ovals,
but throttle a little bit further back. It's a playoff.
You can
driver.
really learn a lot from them.
Second yellow of the evening comes out on lap 17.
And that, James, is the big fear for playoff drivers. You do not want to be mid-pack. You don't want to be in the back, because if something goes awry, it goes bad in a very big hurry. Keister got touched by, I believe it was Taylor Hurst, but he was loose.
This is a...
We'll get a replay of that, but that is not the right way to start off a playoff campaign. Keister is the only driver out of this.
On a Saturday, it's on purpose.
I'm
so excited.
Learn, but now a junked race car. 18
laps in the
books.
And a mountain to climb on points, almost certainly. Plenty of this race left to play out, but Colin Keister very likely going to be in a hole.
Wow, car just completely destroyed.
Entering turn 1. He gets a little bit loose on corner entry. He's trying to check it up, and then gets a little bump there from Taylor Hurst that sends him right into the outside wall.
And what happens there is probably a mix of downshifting, a mix of crossing the seams, or maybe it just rotated a bit too much while he was trying to get through underneath Ryan Luza. And then Taylor Hurst, I mean, he really has nowhere to go. He's following in the line. He sees the 15 check up in Keister, and all of a sudden he's thinking, I either got to get out of the way or I just got to figure out how to slow down as much as possible. And by that time, it's a little too late. Keister's trying to save it. And we know with how snappy these next-gen cars are, it's so easy to overcorrect. So for Keister, that is a destroyed car. He may be the first driver out of this race for sure, and that's going to really put you behind Although he does have the win from Las Vegas, gives him those extra playoff bonus points to kind of use as a cushion. It's not big enough of a safety net, especially this early. He's going to be in a big deficit heading into Texas.
As the field comes down pit road, I want you all to turn your attention to the very bottom of our Logitech G race format graphic.
Yeah, for number 15.
Right here, your estimated pit window, 39 to 44 laps.
You know, as
Do
I
the math,
see,
that puts you
end
on
of the
fringes
season,
of
like
making
people
it
trying
close the
to
end, but everybody coming down pit road right now almost certainly is
gain
going
as
to need
much as
at
possible,
least one
and
more
we can
yellow and
see
probably a few
a
more
bit more
KB to feel
crashes
good about making it at least within the
than
scheduled
usual.
race distance.
Yeah, it's going to be really
Because
close.
people are
And
really
when you go
pushing for this
green, you can
championship.
schedule at least one green flag pit stop.
So it'll be
sort of midway
interesting
through
to
this
see
race, and you think to yourself, all right,
what
one
results
stop
we're
and I'm
going to
done.
have
But
through the
with all
playoffs
these yellows
and
here we've seen from
what
Pocono
winner
and even a
we're
bit of
going to get
Indianapolis,
this year.
just how chaotic it can get, and it's that one pit
I
stop
have a
that
feeling there will
determine
be a
the rest
crash.
of your strategy, whether you're guys like Blake McCandless and some others that we saw at Indy save a bunch of fuel and run laps up front, or if you're some of those guys that want to be a little more safe on that. And because of the big swing in strategy, it could result in big swings right here, James, on the left side of your screen with all those playoff points on the line.
Look at Dylan Duval in particular with the way he's running. There may be some spots that get claimed off wins depending on how these playoffs go. But if it were just one race, Duval
Wilson
would be
already
cruising
got,
his way in,
guys,
courtesy of his
40
P3 run right now.
playoff
Steven Wilson, with
points.
all those playoff points, you see just how big a bank
40.
he's got. Almost 40 points. That's not quite a full race's worth of points, but if you're Steven Wilson, you have a ton of breathing room. Even if you have to race your way in on points, you set yourself up well, courtesy of the 6 wins that he picked up in the regular season.
You know how impressive that is, James, that you can go into the playoffs
From
with
banana
one
to
whole race
circuit
of playoff bonus points?
Just
that
about,
you're
right?
so far ahead that you can have a horrible race between tonight, Texas, and Phoenix, and you can still find yourself relatively okay. Maybe not fully safe, but you can still be relatively good.
Could be, could be. While we've got a moment under the yellow as the lights go off, let's take a look at the William Byron Esports Bracket Challenge presented by Logitech G. If you're looking for the 4 drivers you want to watch tonight, who made it to the semifinals, is Christopher Hill versus Parker White and Zach Novak versus Ryan Luza. Hill currently leads Parker White. White in 9th, Hill in 2nd. Novak, we talked about, he's buried in the field right now in 30th, and Ryan Luza currently 18th. So as it stands, Christopher Hill versus Ryan Luza for the championship of that at Texas Motor Speedway in 2 weeks' time. But again, lots can change here over the next 50 laps.
I want to wonder, James.
I love
who's that
NASCAR.
one
Hello,
person that
hello,
picked
welcome in.
Christopher Hill
Happy to see you
win
here.
that bracket
Christopher
challenge?
Hill
Because
has
they call
broken
Christopher
everyone's
Hill for a
brackets
reason. He
and
can
is
give the
currently
money to whoever
beating
picked
the
him to get
Parker
into that
White.
final round and win at Texas. And this
Yeah.
is what we're going to look like.
You know,
for William Byron Esports, 2 very
I don't
different
know
ends of the spectrum
about
with Tucker Minter,
Steven
who's
Wilson
trying
and
to advance into the championship for once
Parker
again in his
White,
Cup Series
but
career. And the iBoss,
I'm
Nick
going
Ottinger,
to
it's been a
be
surprisingly
so happy
down
to
season
see
for the very tenured and veteran Coach
Tucker
Series
Minter
driver,
to win
the
this
number
championship
25
because,
car on Audi Boss
you know,
gonna
he
try
did
and catch up, while
really
Minter is
nice
gonna try to hold the rest of the competition
races
back
this
off the
season.
restart.
He's been
Everybody
fighting
we're double file
for
once
first
again for the
position
restart to
in
come
a
on
nice
lap
way,
21.
really
Minter
fair
and
racing
Hill
from him.
have led the field most of
And
the way. They will lead
yeah, I
us
think
back to
this
green
guy
flag
just deserved
racing
to
as
get
we
this
get going
win.
once more from Michigan. They take off Duval and
Steven
Kerwin
Wilson
in that
just
second row. We'll wait to
not
see
kind of
who
my
pops
type
out.
of driver because
This
he's
restart
really
is gonna
aggressive
target high
and
off into turn 1.
you know, it's really good. I think it's really good to win races, to, you know, to be like aggressive in a good way, and it's really nice, but just not my top type.
All of a sudden, Femi Bolson in the ringer. Or the ringer, he's going to try and get down. Now a spinner. Tyler Gary in trouble. Off of turn 2.
Here's
Trouble
a
on the
yellow.
back straight away. Could there have been someone else involved? I believe yes. Kwame Scott, the other driver that is taken out.
Okay,
Just
Cooper.
this incident off the second corner. And just like the initial start, James, we have trouble off the second corner, but this time more drivers involved.
More drivers involved, most notably Zach Novak got damaged in that incident. And Novak, from what I can tell just off the top of this, the most prominent of the drivers affected, playoff contender here with damage to the right front of his car. So Novak with bigger work to do in addition to trying to gain all those track positions. But yes, Tyler Gary went around. Kwame
Thank you
Scott
so much
went
for the
around.
follow.
Again,
Спасибо
one of those
большое за
incidents
follow.
that could have been bigger, KB, somehow wasn't, but it still tripped up a few drivers in this field.
And it was in the middle of 3 wide where Gary was kind of faintly there, and there was either contact or maybe just a loose race car. We'll get a better look at the replay, but you're right about Zach Novak. That's a huge hit to the right front. I don't know if it's suspension damage or not. That could be a big deal breaker to make it to the championship 4 from here in Michigan. But here's a better look. The aerial shot, that's that purple and black E-Racer Toyota. He just gets slightly tapped by the 14th set, the Merchant off turn 2. Very fine margins, and he backs up into Dylan Alt, and then all of a sudden goes sideways. And in the aftermath, Anna Strauss gets Kwame Scott and sends the Sunoco Chevrolet spinning. Here's the important look, though, from the playoff driver, Zach Novak. Just sees the smoke, slows down. Not sure if there was much space to go. Couldn't see the spinning car until right about 5 feet away from him. So here's another look. Secondary tap right there. The touch from DeMerchant to the spinning Gary. Strauss gets out of the way, but then taps Scott, and then all of a sudden in the back, I think that's Nick Ottinger that just had nowhere to go to the outside wall. So lots of big-time damage to these drivers. And Gary was up in the top 3 earlier on tonight. All of a sudden soured here off this caution.
And it's a point that we've heard drivers talk about again and again in Coke Series competition. If you don't have the track position, you can put yourself in trouble.
Yeah, really nervous, you know. Noticed that like a couple of races before that
what's happened to Novak. Now, if there's a
people really get nervous and also, you know, trying so hard to gain these positions and then end up in some incidents, unfortunately.
A Bristol or a Richmond or a Martinsville. But again, still work to do, and then you're going to lose all that track position too. Currently scored 38th here in the running order.
And you think of how early this race has gone through, 23 laps and already 2 playoff drivers in trouble, with Colin Keister basically out of this race, hoping that he can try and salvage some points, and then Zach Novak with that damage. It appears from what it looks like on pit road, the car isn't too damaged to the point where the suspension is affected, so that's really good news for Novak. That means he can try and buffing out those dents on the right front of the car and get it back out before he can be docked a lap down from the pace car on the field. However, like you said, it's that track position, all of that you're going to lose. And then for what? You're going to go on a restart, maybe another risk that some drivers touch. Sometimes they tangle, they get into trouble, and then it's on to you to try to escape. But again, hoping that you don't end up in the same situation, having to reset yourself, come back down pit road, and fix the car. It can be so frustrating when it can get a bit hard to pass. You have a tough qualifying effort, and you think to yourself, I've kind of dug myself in a hole. It takes those veteran drivers and a good mentality.
Yeah, safety laps count for the race lap. Yeah.
Long way to go. He can try and
but
fix
took
his car and get it
longer than the usual laps.
and Gary both beat the pace car on pit roads. They're still on the lead lap. However, damage still to both of those cars, and especially for Novak. Yes, it looks like it's primarily aerodynamic damage, but this is a very aero-sensitive track. That car is going to be hurting a little bit on raw speed unless he can tuck up behind somebody else and stay in the draft. So it sort of limits what you can or can't do if you are Novak coming back to this restart. A reminder that Burger King and DoorDash invite you to refresh your way to the finish line, courtesy of Coke Zero Sugar, who's unlocking a free race day meal at Burger King with all orders of $20 or more on DoorDash, and that offer extends now through August 24th. So you log on to the DoorDash website or the DoorDash app to place your order, run over to Burger King, and pick up yourself an ice-cold Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, along with a good Whopper and fries. So we have a moment under yellow, and as we get our way back towards green flag racing and as we get set to take the green once again, I think worth noting that this race, in a lot of ways, may be about just keeping yourself alive. Maybe not necessarily winning it and clinching into playoff 4, great if you can, but just give yourself a manageable workload going into Texas and Phoenix, something that these drivers will keep in the back of their minds as we get set for another restart on lap 25. Tucker Minter, Christopher Hill back on the gas pedal, back to lead us again.
Hey, seems like we got to share a chat with Els finally.
Ball's going to be able to tuck up. Minter sort of checked up a little bit, not his best restart, and people making moves a little bit further back. Here goes Duval to the inside for second underneath Hill.
All right.
Remember, good thing about those single file restarts, you get a good enough run, you can fling to the inside.
Guys, I'm actually waiting till the next yellow. Want to grab the tee.
They'll stay door to door, and that's good news for Tucker Minter. He'll pull away to the tune of maybe a car length or two, and Steven Wilson in the back. He tried it as well, alongside Dylan Duval. Not as successful. Dive to the inside on the rookie Quentin Warman, making his appearance inside the top 5. Remember, Wilson got that damage earlier on from the lap 1 incident. He survived up until this point. Now the battle for fifth, battle for third.
Sweet. Hi.
First and second all by themselves. And they are losing ground. Are Duvall and Kerwin in third as you see a big group of cars further back in the pack. Jimmy Mullis,
Bryler,
Timmy Holmes, everybody racing each other for all kinds of track position.
Thank you for gifted subs. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for 5 gifted subs.
This is a good look at what's going on in the mid-pack. Again, why as a playoff driver, you kind of don't want to be around this sector of the field just because of how hectic it gets. And look at the similar cast. And 4 wide in the middle of 3 and 4.
Ooh, 4 wide not going to end well here. Look at this, like so many drivers who's fighting for championship.
They step into the top 30. And
thank you so much.
Job they did to keep those cars clean. More drama as low.
I'm going to grab the tea, Cyan, and we're going to sing a happy birthday to you.
And he's got
all right?
this all going down for 24th on the racetrack with
waiting another yellow. I'm grabbing the tea and
where you want to keep the momentum
going to sing.
Just about pulled off a perfect slide job there on Matt Busa.
You just told me that I look young. I'm actually, you know, without makeup today. I'm like, I just woke up and like, okay, I have to go to jump to my sim, sim rig, and just be with you tonight.
Parker White giving a bump trap to Steven Wilson into turn 1.
And just a reminder, between Kerner and Bias in the middle of that group.
By the way, during the Friday and Saturday, we'll go for a little vacation, guys. So we going to visit. You're 20, yes, 16 actually.
There's Blaze Crawford, look at the inside. Not trying to go for one on Kerr Yurashak, but go for a second on Femiol onto Bolson. And the Sunoco Chevrolet stepping up on the high side. And these 2 rookies have been so impressive, James, over the course of this young season for them both. Yurashak leading Rookie of the Year standings. Blaze Crawford just slowly chasing him down with good finish after good finish. Great battle with Jordi Lopez on the exit of this top 10 group.
But say, speaking of hungry, Blaze Crawford representing that DoorDash and Burger King offer that we talked about a little bit earlier in the show. So makes me a little bit hungry for a Burger King.
Yeah, honestly, look, a lot of people don't agree with me. I say Burger King is the best fast food out there, but that's just me. I like a little chicken sandwich. I like a little Whopper, James. I don't know about you, but
I don't want any food.
The most appetizing paint schemes of all time this season between all of the sponsors we've had.
I had a lot of
and he's ran well
like,
so far in this race.
I need
E10
some tea.
holding off that playoff driver in Lopez.
Now, KB, are we so certain, as much as I know you love your burgers with Coca-Cola, is that...
So yeah, we'll go for a little vacation for 2 days. I ordered, I rent a car to take to this place. Just going to grab, send you a link. It's actually Ecos Capture Reservoir, as they're using it for to grab the electricity. This is like hydro station, water station. Based on this one, it's big, beautiful, like created by people.
Most improved award, Christopher Hill, I think, absolutely would be in contention because this is not the first time.
It's like it's huge.
Up in the top 5.
Huge.
It's a mix of 2 things, James. It means good finishes and good speed at some tracks that maybe he's very fond of, tracks that he likes. It gives you so much momentum, so you think to yourself, hey, I can do this. I can compete with the best of the best, even though I'm a rookie, and I can start putting together these good finishes and go after a win. The second deal is that it's kind of out of necessity, right? He's sitting 19th in standings. He needs to escape relegation if he wants to stay in this series confirmed for 2026. So not only is a way of stepping up at the right time, confidence-wise for him, but it's a step up in the right time, points-wise for him as well. He's only 9 points above that top 20 relegation cut line. And Hill, I mean, told us at Pocono how he was so excited being up there, and he just missed a little bit to get the victory over Bobby Zelensky. Could tonight be that big time change for Apex Racing and get them their first ever Coke Series win?
And what that would do to the playoff scenario as well, because that's one race
okay,
that the
got
playoff drivers cannot
this
use to
little video for you.
Effectively guarantee us at minimum 2 spots in the championship for on points if Christopher Money Hill, one of the better nicknames in this series, no doubt, can find his way to victory lane. A little bit further back, here's a look at the
So we'll go to this place Friday, Saturday, going to swim with my dog also. So excited.
Most recent champions of the series, all within the top 10.
And this is good news for both Casey Kerwin and Dylan Duvall, because Duvall came in as the last driver that went into this postseason format at the top 10, squeezing his way in after Pocono with a very good running car, the Channel Net 199 Sim Racing. He's down 10 from the cut line going into this race. He's gained a lot just by being in the right place.
Yeah, it's big. It's like really cool. Last time visit this one, I was 4 years old.
He's probably content with his car.
4 years old.
That it's not going to be the right time to
This
try
is
and put
crazy.
himself either in dirty air excessively or try and get himself out of a draft.
We all come to swim. Yeah,
Freight
you
train will come after
you can go
later
here,
on
yeah.
in this race. So good job by Kerwin and for Duvall.
Love
Staying
Wolf,
the place
hello,
to which
welcome
they
in.
don't need to shine in the spotlight too much as we approach halfway. They just have to be in contention. That's all that matters.
See you guys, so excited.
Right on top of the halfway point, getting a good look at Chente Salas for Canon Esports, who rides in the 20th position. The driver
So excited to
with the
swim
most work to do
and
amongst those who
actually
do not have damaged
teach
race
my
cars.
dog how
Novak
to
currently
swim.
on his own out of the draft in 38, and Colin
Should
Keister
be really
in
fun.
40th. So if you're Chente, little bit of pressure, I think that you're under at this point. If we
Hey guys, we're
look a
going
bit
green.
further up
You
the
know,
racetrack,
that's
here's a
really
good look at
funny
battle
that
between
I'm
Wilson
like,
and Gierschak, but again,
I want
time to do it, and
to
we could have
grab
more
the
yellows to
tee
shake things up too.
and
And what you're watching here
actually
between
waiting
Warren
for
Wilson,
yellow, and
Gierschak,
yellow
and
is
even
not
a bit of
here.
Parker White sitting back in PA is the level of separation, how confident they are in making inside moves or going way up top, because they understand that the draft is there, but unlike the restart, there aren't so many cars packed up in such a small area of real estate on the racing circuit. So you have a bit more leeway to send it in a bit more, maybe take a slide job here and there, go underneath the driver, because even if you fail, the outside drivers behind you may be too far back.
Yeah, going
make
to
the
take
move
some
on the
photos,
front straightaway or
maybe
back straightaway. So it's
short
good news for
videos,
guys like Wilson.
share
He
with
can
you
try
on
and
the stream then.
experiment without losing so much. It's a risk and reward game.
Great shot here. Some of these battles off the rear deck lid of race leader Tucker Minter. And for more information on every
Gina and Sandra are going to be at home
you want to see the standings,
because they're small
Learn how to join the
still.
eNASCAR
They're
community.
small.
You can log on to eNASCAR.
So I can't take them out outside.
Tucker
yet.
Minter holding
So
serve
they're
at
going
the
to
front
chill.
of this field, but everybody
And
finding
home.
clean air behind it. We're seeing a lot of these drivers in the top 10 try and fan out. Duvall rolling that high line. Kerwin
Sidar, hello,
and
welcome
Wilson
in.
looking a
Yeah,
little bit
doing
low,
real
but
well.
everybody
Thank
again
you so
searching
much.
for their line, which
Hope you
Michigan has
too.
got 5 lanes allowed
We
to do that.
Hey, you can. We've seen it. It's so much fun.
close to the end of the season of eNASCAR. I'm feeling, you know, a little bit sad about it because it's been really fun broadcast with you. It's been really cool time together, and also so excited about.
Staying down there, he could file right back in line and settle through. He was just picking them off one by one. We kind of see that it's super speedways as well.
And actually, yeah, I'm so excited to see who's going to win this championship. Hey, guinea pigs actually can swim quite well. This is you know, this is wrong information that guinea pigs can swim.
And now for positions that'll really matter here between Duvall and Casey Kerwin. 3 playoff drivers inside the top 5, not the leader in Tucker Minter.
Good look on board Brittany Warman, the resident of Urbana, Illinois, right near the campus of the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, which we see represented in the eNASCAR College iRacing Series. Once a time or two, a rookie in this series trying to hang on to it there. Big check of the wheel, left and right out of the corner, and tucking up behind Steven Wilson on these straights. He's got that run running the high line. He could probably make a move on Wilson if he wanted to. May try it here, but he's not choosing to step out of line, keeping the track position more important at this stage for Quentin Warman.
And a tough position there. You can't see it, but coming up on the high side, there is Connor Gierschak. Yeah, pointing the nose at the exit of turn 4. Had such a great run, and now is where Warman's going to be under heavy fire because White...
What else is good information about guinea pigs? They can fly. They can fly. They do popcorning and they actually flying for a few seconds, you know?
Rookie of the Year points standings at the end of the season at Homestead of Miami. Got a top 15 at Pocono, top 10 at the Chicago Street Course, which we all know, James, super tough road course to drive in any case, not even just with the NASCAR Next Gen car. And so Warman's got a lot of fire he can work with as the playoff picture continues to shape. Again, we talk about Kerwin and Duvall, where they are is working for them in terms of manageable gaps. Now Kerwin's got to worry about Steven Wilson down to the inside at turn 1.
The last driver who needs any extra points, I think, if you're anybody else in that playoff campaign, is Steven Wilson. So those two battling out for it. Also, another point on Hayek I wanted to make. Great season for them between Warman fighting for Rookie of the Year, and Dylan Alt was actually the first driver out on points. So got 11th in the regular season standings and is in good position to make it.
Yeah, guinea pigs fly when they have zoomies, when they got this popcorning, you know. Actually, Gina can, you know,
only at Michigan where these cars
when she's doing popcorning, she's like flying in,
on this racetrack, but the draft,
I don't know, maybe
is the most important thing.
10 or 15 centimeters up, you know.
That's what you're watching, obviously, but it's also for the setup of this potential green flag stop situation that we may have. Because you look at the rest of this field, all of them pitted around lap 19 after the first couple yellows. They're now 23 laps into their stint. We looked at our Logitech G race analysis. You can go just about 44 laps on your tank of gas in a stint, so they cannot make it confirmed at the end of this race. That means there is still at least one more pit stop, and coming under 29 laps to go, you got to start thinking to yourself, number one, where am I relative to literally everyone else, and am I going to do the under or overcut? I'd say with Wilson here, potentially an overcut given how much time he's had in the draft to work through the pack. That could help also drivers like Parker White. He stayed in the back end of the top 10, hasn't gained so much, but he could save a bit of fuel just laying off the gas pedal just a bit.
Those are only pets the same height as you.
The furthest any of these drivers can make it is going to be about ballpark, call it maybe 10 laps to go.
Oh my God.
So you're right. I think it'd be very difficult for anybody to make it on gas. The question here, as you think
your
about
guy
the
is so
strategy,
kind, as I see.
you could pit now and make it to the end, is how soon you want to make that move happen and how quickly would it come down pit road. If you're running towards the back of the field, I almost think it's smarter to just go ahead and come down out and try it, because we stay green, you stand to gain a ton of track position, and you're already running in the back anyway. These drivers up front, you would expect them to stay out and wait as long as they can, see if we get another yellow that will effectively force everyone's hand, come down pit road and allow them to lock into track position for the final few races here as we get a good look at BS Plus Competitions, Jordy Lopez.
And it's a driver from New Jersey and someone who pointed himself in.
Good joke, I approve.
Wasn't the highlight of his stint, though, coming up into this moment, James, because Jordy had been on a tear. Top 10 after top 10 after top 10. He had been the only driver up until Pocono to get top 10s in every race in segment 3. He deserves to be here just as much as everyone else.
Speechless from laughing at my joke.
He's been trying to get at him for a little while, get around him. Crawford has denied every opportunity that Jordy has had at fully clearing. More contact down the back straight.
Actually, I'm jealous, you know, because these people who's not really high, they're so cute, you know.
With the way Blaze Crawford is racing him, hard-nosed door-to-door racing.
All right, give me a moment. I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to grab the tea and be here.
Clear Blaze Crawford. Crawford tried to tuck it behind, but Malik Ray was already there, so Crawford may lose a few spots here. Meanwhile, further up the racetrack, look at Steven Wilson looking at the inside there of Dylan Duval. And
probably can bring you the guinea pig as well. Yeah, I'll be right back.
And the good thing here is to get those fellow playoff drivers in battles that have slowed them up so much. And that's why I asked Tucker Minter from the poll, how big of an impact will these non-playoff drivers have? You know, you see them as competition. You can use them either as a buffer to help you, or if they're too aggressive. In the case of Jordy Lopez, it could hurt you in trying to gain more track position and get the edge over the rest of the red bannered playoff competition. So you see both sides of the coin. Spinner off of turn 4. Colin Bowden spills down to the exit of the 4th corner, down the front straightaway, but he's under the racing line. We're gonna stay green with 24 laps to go.
That almost was the yellow that a lot of these drivers were looking for, but it is not. And it allows me to go to the next point I was going to make, which is that Tucker Minter, I would believe, won't be able to make it quite as far as some of these other drivers, because Minter has been in front with no drafts out for pretty much the entirety of this race. And that is something that, as we get closer towards that 10 lap to go mark, if this stays green the rest of the way, we're going to watch that closely, because Minter likely will have to come in just a little bit before the rest of this field.
And if you've watched a lot of the races to which Minter has been successful, James, a lot of it came from mid-pack performance and then a huge overcut that helped him get fresh tires later on. Bottom of your screen, that's the replay. There were 3 wide off of turn 2. That's Eddie Kerner, the 6 Karma Ford Mustang, clean move down to the inside. But the focus is going to be between that red, white, and blue ERA Esports 34 of Michael Cozy Jr. and then that green BuildSummaries.com Ford Mustang of Colin Bowden. It's going to be some contact off of turn 4 as Cozy hits the wall. Dylan Alt's down there to try and make the pass, but obviously it ricochets down the track, this contact, and then it sends the 6, his quarter panel right into the nose of Alt, sends him spinning down the front straightaway. But again, the rule is if you spin under the racing line, the race control will not throw the yellow flag. You have to be on the racetrack for the yellow to count. So for Bowden, he's going to be in big trouble, may fall a lap down given that scenario.
Yeah, Colin Bowden, very much an innocent bystander, just got a bad bump there as Cozy bounced off the fence and sort of got ricocheted, as you said, and now has lost all that track position, currently scored in the 36th position on the racetrack for Colin Bowden. He would very much, I think, love to see a yellow flag as you get a good look at some of these battles in the top 10 and look at some of these drivers towards the back of this pack. This is Parker White, Jordy Lopez, Connor Yarishak, and Dylan Duval. All 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and then Jordy Lopez 10th on the racetrack. So everybody in the back half of the top 10 on screen right here.
But look at how physical they're getting, James. Look at the sideways moment off turn 2 with Parker White. Now more contact. Quentin Warman is down there on the back straightaway. This is exactly what Lopez wanted to see. As soon as Wilson made waves inside the top 6 or so, it brought all these non-playoff drivers in the middle of it. So when you're constantly going side by side to get the edge over the rest of the guys, if you're Duval, if you're White, even if your guys up the road, you're using your tires so much to make up position and stay defensive in where you are. And it's hurt that Channel 199 Sim Racing Toyota. He's in the midst of the C, Malik Ray, Blaze Crawford, Bobby Zelensky, all of them in the mix right around this top 15. Duval, the biggest loser of this sequence right here.
Other thing I'm noticing watching these top 5, especially compared to everybody else in the back half of the top 10, all the cars up front starting to run single file a little bit more. I wonder if they might be trying to draft off each other a little bit more, maybe just save a little bit of fuel as best as they can. And lap times have fallen off too. Best lap of the race has fallen somewhere in the, call it 37.7 range. Tucker Minter's last lap, and as he crosses the stripe this lap here, a 38.9. So they're basically a second off of their fastest lap that they've run so far tonight.
It's going to be fun, James, to see the way they make decisions on pit road now, because this race has gone green long enough. Again, we're getting right up into that fuel window. Next lap when they cross the line, that's when the fuel window will actually open. So Tucker Minter may be that first driver that comes in, but it's about, do you take 2 or 4 tires? If the laps have fallen off so much, if that tire wear is so high, are you willing to risk a freer race car by putting some fresh right side tires on, or are you going to be more confident in putting 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles on the race car? When they last came down pit road, a bulk of the field had 9, almost 10-second stops. That indicates 2 tires, not 4. So everyone's saving their tire sets for maybe a chance that they'll need them in this late race situation if the yellow does come out. But it's going to be fun to see whether Minter or the rest of the guys take 2 just to save time instead of 4, even though that'll give them the more grip.
And the basic math, the longer you can run now and the closer you can get to the end, the less fuel you need at the very end of this race. And that can make tenths of a second a difference, but that can end up making all the difference in the world. And I have to believe that pretty much everybody in this top 10 at minimum is thinking about that specifically. A little bit further back, how about the run for Chente Salas, who started in 29th, was running in the 30s at one point this evening, now up into the 12th position. Been a heroic run for him to battle back for the bad track position he had to start the race. I believe, just off my quick math, he may well be the hard charger of this race. He's gained more spots relative to his starting position than anyone else in the field tonight.
Yeah, that is 17 spots since the drop of the green for the 11 car in Vicente Salas. And remember, the hot streak he had earlier on this season could very well be in the same part here at Michigan if he's able to play this strategy right. But he had the best case scenario of a lot of those playoff drivers who were mired in the back half of the field. He escaped the drama. He got away from the carnage. He wasn't in the wrong place at the wrong time. So the bad luck didn't hit him, and it was just a matter of getting out of trouble. Now there's trouble off of turn 4. Seth DeMerchant and Logan clamp it right up against the wall. DeMerchant did not go for the spin. So again, James, more problems on the front straightaway, but no yellow.
A penny for the thoughts of all these spotters here who have been holding their breath, waiting to see if we get a yellow flag, and then all of a sudden they get back going, we say green, and they have nothing to report to their drivers. A lot of appreciation and respect for their jobs. One of the, I think, more under-heralded jobs in this series. You've got a lot of people looking at these drivers, making sure that they've got eyes on this racetrack at every single point, alongside crew chiefs, spotters, team members, folks working on setups. It speaks to the ecosystem of the Coke Series and how competitive it is that you've got so many people helping.
Yeah, there's so much that goes into the team aspect of this series, and
15 laps to go, guys. This
goes on
time,
well, and you've got the best of the best, the 40 drivers up.
Tucker Minter just leading the whole race.
Just to tile in on the
Let's see if nothing going to change.
But he came down pit road by himself.
Moses Low,
welcome. With him,
ah,
so
I just I wanted to bring the
driver go in solitarily and not have anyone else follow, but we'll just keep an eye on what Euroshack does. Meanwhile, for Wilson, he's still eyeing in on the rookie driver Christopher Hill. Time after time has he been diving under the inside of the Chevrolet on the top, and he hasn't been able to fully clear. I don't think there's enough space there to do it just yet. He hasn't had the pace because all that momentum was on the high side of the banking, but Wilson is putting himself kind of where Tucker Minter used to in some of his race wins this season, slowly carving through the field and making it stick.
Worth noting, too, just looking at live timing and scoring here and keeping an eye on all the stats, we've got access to 38-lap stint for the drivers who came in on that call.
I don't know if you heard that, but she wanted to say hi to you.
We're approaching that 10-lap to go marker. That is about when we expect just about everybody to have to come down pit road.
Look at this, just she's so big, she get big.
Unless we get a yellow. So a lot of variables to look at here. And Yerashak, by coming in early to the point that you made, is banking on this going green the rest of the way. If that strategy is going to pan out, he's going to need this race to get in
she's
without a caution.
Yeah, thankfully
cute. She likes to see like this on me.
He has to save so much that he can make the checkered flag comfortably. So we'll keep an eye on that. And Steven Wilson is the hard charger up at the front. He has been wheeling this Chevrolet to the front of this field by willpower alone. They're going to touch off of turn 4, and somehow they'll keep it straight. Does Christopher Hill help? Does he span across 3 wide? He'll stick with Tucker.
She's got so beautiful hair. Look at this hair.
Out in front, but Wilson is not going to give up this
almost the same color as mine.
Turn 2. Battle for the lead, coming to 11 to go.
We're not terribly far away from Detroit Rock City. I wonder if the amp might have been cranked up to 11 there. Contact a little bit further back between Wilson and Hill. Steven Wilson is going elbows up now as we approach 10 laps to go.
Hey, you didn't see second one. Second is even cuter than this one.
And break the single season record in the process. That's on the line for Wilson as he sends it off to the
Look
inside
at her.
again against Tucker Minter.
Again, Wilson is played off of
dominance. Got bangs right here
at the right times this entire season. If it pans out for him here, it's another trip to try and go for a repeat Coach Series title that has never, ever happened before. He's going to get the nose ahead of Minter, who will fight back from the high side of the banking.
Hey, she's okay. She knows that she's
again, it's all going to be about the help from
little bandit in my family. She's a little bandit.
So this is not over yet.
What do you do if you're Christopher Hill, and who do you go with? And
she's so smart, like she's moving things around.
Who's going to lead this race
on her
coming
cage
back to pit
and
road
like,
as Kerwin now makes his appearance in the top 5. One car coming down on pit road. Femi Olan making his stop, so he's the first of the leaders beyond Yershak to make his presence on pit road. And now they are door to door for the race lead again, entering turn 1.
It can be a race for the lead, obviously, but it could be a race for the lead if you come in and out of pit road. If you have that advantage, how much will that play into your strength if you cycle out, if you even come down pit road? Minter has wasted the most fuel of everybody in this field because of how green for so long. And
look at her.
I think James has chirped over the radio. I think he is coming down pit road.
Look at her.
He's down to the inside. There he is.
She's a little capybara.
Pit stops now with 10, now 9 laps to go. Wilson, the only red bannered car in.
Is this the call that potentially wins Steven Wilson this race? And where does he come out in relation to Olat and Yerashak? The 2 questions we'll watch as Minter and Hill and company continue to lead this field inside of 10 laps to go.
So fluffy. She's actually, you know, her hair really thick,
this may really help Connor Yerashak if the entire field is not willing to save enough
hair
fuel
just hard,
to the checkered flag.
not so soft.
Confirmed he can run 100%. He doesn't have to wait at all.
So cute.
And it appears in the midst of this top 5, no one is saving fuel. They're going to try to run this thing dry all the way into the end, and that brings
this little lady, and she's, you know, she's more active actually.
So much.
Oh, where are you going? Where are you going?
And may just be James that in a prayer that a yellow flag is going to fly here with the late race drama and so much track position change.
Okay,
so far, no flinch though from the race leader.
The undercut for Yerashak.
Oh yeah, and she's a big complainer in this life. Like she really talkative.
By Olat by about 1.4 seconds, and then Wilson by about 2. So Yerashak under that strategy, the first of those cars in that group. But Everybody else still up front, racing for the track position, trying to go for the win with 8 laps to go.
This is so much chaos.
What
right here
what
at the
rig
front
do
of
you
this
have?
field. And again,
Bryler, I
for
got
that heavy
GT
lead
track
contested spot to get
and
an advancement into the championship for at Homestead Miami later on this season.
freestanding
That's what's on the
triple
line.
stand.
It's not a normal race victory for a
That's
playoff
it.
spot. It is the
And
grand
also
prize
the
and
stand for
transition
mouse
into
and
what could
keyboard.
get you the big cash at the end of this season. So you really got to watch what's going on between these drivers and whether they're going to come down pit road. Here was some potential drama in the mid-pack. That's Dylan Duvall, the 199. I believe that's Alexander Russell, the 66. And a great save by Taylor Hurst, getting shoved down to the apron, but does a good job of staying off the inside wall. And again, James, kind of more chaos, but we're staying under green for now. All is good.
Guys, look at this playoff drivers like Minter, Kirvan, White, Lopez, Zelensky, Salas. Like everybody in the top 10. That's
the
crazy.
opportunity to win his way in and get another shot at winning the title in Charlotte, racing at Homestead Miami. He's done it once before, would love to do it again, and this is as close to the lead as Casey Kerwin.
Guinea Pig is 10K rating, yeah, when she has Zoomies, yeah.
Yeah, now it's too late
Guys,
to come down pit road. You're coming
this
down
little creature running 10 kilometers per hour. 10. Can you imagine? 10 kilometers per hour. It's crazy.
Everybody else either runs out or has problems, but for all of these guys here, they're going to have to lay in that bed that they've made, and that will really affect the playoff point standings, because look at the gap. Casey Kerwin is now down.
So much people almost dying in race,
over the
yeah.
course of this race. Big fall-offs for not only Colin Keister for the crash, but Zach Novak and Dylan Duvall. So under this strategy, lots of points lost for Steven Wilson as well. He came in plus 40, plus 9 if we stay like this coming to 4 laps left.
If we stay like this, but if you're Wilson, you can make a gamble like the one he just did because you built up that margin in the playoffs. If you're cashing it in there, that is a way that you can play this. And I wonder
Next level racing, light freestanding monitor stand. Let me check this one as I don't remember the exact model which
4 laps to go, though.
I
Tucker
got.
Minter still in control of this.
I'm going to tell you.
And also remember those early yellows when everyone pitted at lap 19, James.
So you got lights. No, I got different one. I'm going to share a link with you.
And given the fact that we've seen this race go as green as it does, and with everyone still staying out, they probably understand that they can make it all the way, or at least if they can, it's going to be very, very close. And my biggest concern is with Tucker Minter. Again, he spent none of this race in the draft, hasn't had a lot of time to save the amount of fuel that maybe he would have desired, and it could allow these other playoff drivers to pack a formidable punch. 3 laps to go. Current to the bottom of Christopher Hill for second.
Casey Kerwin, I think, beginning to make a move now. Tucker Minter with a big drive off in the corner, got loose in the center, lost control of it. Here comes Kerwin underneath for the race lead. He's going to clear Minter and Christopher Hill. Casey Kerwin to the point with 2.5 laps left.
And there's the yellow flag with 3 laps to go, and we will settle this out in overtime. Garrett Lowe spills in the middle of 1 and 2, and that was a perfectly timed yellow for Casey Kerwin, as the bobble by Minter, very rare in this race, happens. It happened, and Kerwin took advantage. And now we're going to settle this out with 2 laps to go.
My goodness, what
I got this one.
We have on our
just
hands here. Everybody's going to come down and get 4 tires.
This one is great. You know, you can put 27-inch monitors in it. You can put like 32, and you can put 55-inch monitors on this one.
Because the rest of this field is going to come in.
It's really easy to adjust. It's easy to set up, and
Kenneth Cueto tire strategy on the other hand might be something to watch.
It will. Remember, these guys have gone so long in their strategy.
Free to go, guys. Free to go. Casey Kerwin on P1.
What I mentioned earlier. Do you take 2 tires? Are you willing to have a bit more wear on the left side tires of the car, but have fresh right side tires and save time, gain position? Or are you going for the 4? Are you too confident that this race, and if you take 2, will really kill your run? It's all going to come down to this. Casey Kerwin and the rest of the pack coming down
overtime.
A perfectly timed yellow for the 2022 champ. James is going to get every bit of this opportunity to get a good pit stop and make this a winning play.
2 versus
you got
4.
49-inch super ultra wide monitor.
Road, knowing that
You
the
probably
right
can
call
get
could
like
potentially land you
just
with an automatic ticket
not triple,
to the
just a
championship race
freestanding,
and the opportunity to
maybe
race in front
aluminum
of a
or
live
something
audience
like this.
in person
Like it's
at
going
the
to be
NASCAR
great.
Hall of Fame in Charlotte. A reminder of our green, white, checkered rules
Nice
as
and
these drivers
sturdy.
come down pit road. We'll have 3 attempts to finish under green. If the white flag is taken, the race will finish under green. If we get a yellow before we get the white, we'll try it again until we run out of opportunities. The answer for a lot of these drivers at the front was 2 tires. Casey Kerwin maintains the race lead, but look who has popped up into the 2nd position off of pit road, none other than our defending champion for Atlassian Williams Sim Racing, Parker White, with an opportunity now coming off of this caution and into the restart.
Again, James, a possibility for Parker White to take another Coke Series victory. This race last year, he was so close, but so short of the win against Brian LaPrade. He's got a chance to get a win here tonight. So let's look at what caused this very pivotal yellow.
Oh, that's really unfortunate.
I mean, we saw how Minter was so loose in the middle of the corner. These tires have fallen off considerably. Those rear tires
so unfortunate, but really nice that
point.
no one hit him actually.
Downforce on this next gen car, you know, with a really relatively hot track temperature that we have in this race, with 108 degrees on the track surface, it gets slick.
Sandra is like when you like petting her,
to save it, hit the
so
wall,
she's like to sit
around him.
like that.
No other help as Spire Motorsports is at the front.
How about this? So the 2 Spire drivers who came in early are really cashing everything in on this strategy. They did not come down pit road under this yellow. They had the track position. However, they have 10-lap older tires, and they both came and got 2 tires when they came down pit road, most likely on the right-hand side. So a little bit older rubber than everybody else. So for as good as Steven Wilson has been in 2025, it is going to take his teammate, and it is going to take every ounce of skill he has in the bag to try and get win number 7, break the single season record, and lock himself into the championship for. How about this for a box office ending?
This is going to be.
doesn't buy her viewers. Bully her viewers.
On Countdown to Green that no matter what is being thrown at Steven Wilson, he's been able to capitalize, whether it be from chaos like Indianapolis, where it went down to 3 overtime restarts and it ended under yellow. Wilson was just in the right place at the right time, or if it just comes down to raw pace and strategy, to which Wilson has been able to win. Now it's in a place where he can capture win number 7 and get into the championship.
Yeah, strategy playing off so far for Wilson.
Probably going to harp on it in the next 2 weeks at Texas and at Phoenix. This could be huge. Again, all these.
Well, let's be honest. Like everybody who's like in this top 10, they deserve to be on the first position and deserve to win the championship.
This is pivotal as well because Femi can try and hold up the rest of those guys in the top. They can settle that rhythm on this restart and help Wilson surge ahead, not only for a championship 4 appearance, a team championship lead as well.
I was about to say the parallels to the final restart at Homestead last year in the championship race for Steven Wilson, not lost upon me here. The team championship battle, which has been headed up this season by Spire and Channel 199, also in play too, is those 2 at the front of the field.
Okay, guys, going green. Wilson got really good starts.
Casey Kerwin did not get going, and Femi Olot's
and just 2 to go. And you remember, if we go in on the white flag, no more cautions going to happen. Oh, here's a little sketchy moment on the track.
He saves it. We're gonna stay green.
Oh my god. And we're staying green. And we're staying green. Here's a like 6 wide, 7 wide, whatever.
And the rest of the gang
absolutely crazy. Ryler, thank you so much for subscription.
From Michigan.
Steven Wilson will have the opportunity to bring us back across the stripe if he makes it back. We're going to finish on the next lap. White flag.
Okay, white flag this time. No more cautions, guys. No more cautions.
And chasing a spot in Charlotte.
And again, Femi can try and play spoiler. He can try and go for his first win of 2025, but all in it to help the 6-time race winner this season get right back.
Bryler Gaming just subbed to Els.
Spills down the back straightaway as Wilson tries for his 7th checkered flag of the year.
Big send from Casey Kerwin in the middle of 3 and 4. He's going to try and run it up the racetrack to get a run off the high line, and it won't be enough. Steven Wilson is going to come across the line He stands like a rock in front of this field and stands alone as the winningest driver in a single season in the history of eNASCAR. 7th win for Wilson comes at Michigan, and he is racing.
Hey, Bryler,
for a Coke
thank you
Series
so much for
championship
5
once
gifted subs
again.
to L's community. Really appreciate it. Ah, you want to buy this Victory Seat add-on? So this one which you got for the stand which you got, yeah?
For as dominant as he has been in this
I
season,
know, why not?
that
You can go for it.
was
If
a
you're feeling
tremendous
comfortable
amount of
overall with
skill. You saw a lot
this
of why
wheel
he was one
stand
of the
and
best of the best in eNASCAR over those last
you
few
just
laps.
want to,
He is now in rarefied
you know,
air.
have
Things
a
like no one
low
can touch
budget
Steven Wilson from a
rig,
single season standpoint.
which
And
will be
again,
comfortable for
it
you.
just
I
came
think you can
down
go for it.
to right
Why not?
timing. He was deep in the muddy water coming down pit road right when he did. And the yellow comes out, he stays out. And he
Share
just
it, hype train, guys.
Steven
Wow,
Wilson
let's
breaks
go.
through the ceiling, James. Now the winningest driver in a single season ever.
This winning moment brought to you this evening by Coca-Cola, the official fan refreshment of eNASCAR, as Steven Wilson is the first driver to lock himself in to the Championship 4 at the NASCAR Hall of Fame, and he will have an opportunity to go race for his second series championship in 3 seasons. As we take a look at
Move of the race. Let's have a look. Oh, this one. Restart for sure. Restart, yeah.
With his teammate Felipe Olazumbo.
It was great.
Hand-in-hand effort to be single file before turn 1. It can be so hard to orchestrate that movement into the corner and try and defend, hold up a brick wall to all of those red banner cars behind. But that's all that really Steven Wilson needed. Just some dirty air to be dealt with those drivers in the back for Femi to play a bit of defense. And for Wilson, it just took 2 good laps, to which he's put many good laps over the course of tonight's race. It what helped him carve from the mid-pack to P2 before the strategy kicked in. And that's really all that Wilson needed. As soon as he was in that clean air, no one could stop this Fire Motorsports number 77. Stays out on a 2-tire call that he took under green. And Wilson takes the win. Single file, holding off Kerwin.
You know, Parker White previous year took the win in a really nice way, but I'll be happy for Steven Wilson if he's going to win the championship anyway. Even he's not kind of my type of racing driver, but he really deserves to get the win. He got a lot of first positions this year and previous year as well, and that's going to be really nice.
For so much of this year, you figured Steven Wilson probably was going to be racing for a championship at Homestead. He will be racing for another Coke Series title.
Just huge to get this win here in Michigan. And again, in the next gen era, only one other driver had won his way into the championship 4. That was Garrett Lowe 2 years ago. Brian LaPrade said, I'm going to spoil the party last year. But Wilson just continues to do what Steven Wilson does this year. And just like Evan said, weeks ago, anytime another driver would try and take the torch, Wilson would steal it right back and establish that dominance. He does so again in a conscious play to stay out. Wilson gonna fight for a title at Homestead.
The Iowa Hawkeye.
You're such a drama queen, Sandra. You're such a drama queen.
I think, KB. Impressed that you kept your composure on that. Good job. You, as we take a look at our results here.
Casey Kieran P2. Oh, that's really close. That's really close. And you see Parker White before. All right, that's getting really interesting, guys.
The Vegas Inferno teammates with a great run, and Bobby Zelensky with big points at 9th. Donovan Strauss completed the top 10.
You gotta give a shout out.
Yeah, we expecting Texas. Texas will be a second of
lap 1 to end up top 15. Quentin Warman top 15 as well. But on the other end of things, a bit more negativity for guys like Jordi Lopez, who had good position near the end of the race. Tussled with Tucker Minter on the back straightaway. Like a Graham Boland, Matt Busa, Dylan
guys,
had a rough
let's send happy birthday to Design Them.
And Daniel Falkingham in the 6 Karma Ford Mustang. That's
happy birthday to you.
You look at some of these drivers a little bit further back in the field who fought hard. Connor Yarashak ended up pitting on that last
birthday,
dear. You made the point, Tucker Minter, who's in all that track position. And
happy birthday
to Phoenix just to have a realistic shot at making the championship 4. It is a tall mountain to climb and a tough pill to swallow after Minter led the most laps in this race and was such a fixture at the front of the field for the majority of tonight's proceedings at Michigan. So big work for him to do to make his way back into the title hunt.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Let's turn our attention now to The new record holder, the 7-time race winner in a single
Yeah,
season.
now the new records, because
Iowa City, Iowa, Stephen Wilson is with Kenneth
7
Bueno.
wins.
Here with the man now with 7 race victories in one season. Steven, there are 2 sides of this story. One broken record tonight, now being the driver with the most wins in a single season, but now trying to become the first ever driver to win more than one Coke Series title as you lock yourself in tonight. Just tell us what those emotions are in this moment. How big of a relief is it to win here and now to get that ticket?
Yeah, it's huge. First off, I do want to say sorry to my buddy Eddie for that first yellow. Lap 1's way too early to be called in something like that, so that's my bad. But I just, if there's a golden horseshoe, it's somewhere. But I've got it, and that was so lucky because I was going to run out of gas. I had to pit under green, but we were really fast. I think we deserved to be up there on speed, but yeah, me and Fenny both had to pit. We both thought we didn't know if we could make it to the end, and just turned out to be the right strategy with the caution. I don't know who caused it, but I thank them very much. So that's cool. Want to thank everybody at Spire. We brought the energy like GGT, so I'm just happy to be here going to Championship 4 again. Been there every year and keeping that streak alive.
You know, we mentioned how unique the environment is at the NASCAR Hall of Fame. You've gotten a bit used to it, but it's still kind of a curveball for a lot of drivers and for sim racers in general. How much of an advantage will this give you having this win so early in the playoffs now that you can prepare just a little more for what that Homestead race is going to bring and what that new environment will bring as well?
Yeah, it gives us a head start on being able to prepare for Homestead. We still want to get Parker, my setup teammate, into the top 4 as well. So just to have another teammate there to work with us for most of the race. But we just want to be able to be strong at Homestead. We got to figure out the speed. We qualified better tonight, which was good. I think we figured some stuff out. So our race speed is really good. Our Q speed is really good now. At least it was here. So I think having a few extra weeks to work on Homestead. I know our boys have always been fast at Homestead. We've been really good there the last 2 years, obviously. So I think we'll do really good. And then just, it'll also be different because I'm in Charlotte now. So I'll probably bring my own rig here instead of being in something different for the week before, trying to prepare and learn that as well. So we'll see what it comes down to there, but I'm really excited to be back.
Going to be rolling deep with the equipment into the NASCAR Hall of Fame at Homestead, Miami. Steven, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the advancement into the Championship 4. We'll see you with the rest of the field at Texas. So Steven Wilson, James Pike.
Yeah, guys, Texas will happen 2nd of September. So we're going to see you here.
And I think that's a great point that he made, not having to travel far this year, being a Charlotte resident now. It worked out for Casey Kerwin in 22. May work out for Wilson this year. The next race on our stop and our road, rather, to the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series Championship involves a Texas two-step, round 16 of the season. Race number 2 of the playoffs comes our way from Texas Motor Speedway. That broadcast you'll find on eNASCAR.com/live Tuesday, September 2nd, 8 p.m. Eastern. Countdown to green will start at 7:30 with the Sunoco post-race report to follow. Kenneth Bueno. Texas has provided a lot of fun moments, especially, I think, a little bit further down the eNASCAR ladder.
Yeah, definitely, guys. Looking forward for this one because Texas, one of my favorite tracks. It should be really fun racing out there, and as people trying to risk more to gain points and win the championship, we're going to have a really nice and interesting racing at Texas. Alright guys, once again, thank you so much for watching, thank you for being here. Going to see you when? Creator Series on Thursday. I will see you with Creator Series. Thank you guys, and thank you so much for all support. We'll see you guys, I'll have some rest, and yeah, we'll be here on Thursday. See you, bye bye guys. This little drama queen saying you bye bye. Yeah? Bye bye guys. Bye bye. Bye bye guys.